will kick off then with George West. Happy to introduce him as president of the CIB, and I think it's very good of him today to come here. His health is not of the best, and he's always working extremely hard for the organisation. George West.
I'd like to check first. Can you hear me? Oh, thank goodness for that. I'm very pleased to be here today. In fact, in this condition, I'm pleased to be anywhere these days. So I'd like to say welcome to the Campaign for an Independent Britain. I'm pleased to have proposed this meeting, that this meeting should have taken place under the title Stronger Together, Looking Forward. I often hear the question, why do not all Eurosceptic organisations work together? From its formation in the late 1960s, CIB has pioneered collaboration with representatives from other groups sitting on our national committee. We face another difficult 5 years ahead, which might or might not include an in-out EU referendum. What we should do and how we should do it during the next few years without a referendum is just as important, in my opinion, as planning for a referendum that might not take place. What should not be tolerated is competition for money and glory between rival groups and people who should be acting together for the common good. We saw deplorably divisive forces in action leading up to the 2004 North East elected regional assembly referendum. Quite disgraceful. We were lucky to survive those competitive tactics by going on to win that referendum. No thanks, in my opinion, to those who arrived on the scene later in the day to compete against the work already being done by Neil Heron, Colin Moran, Judith Longman, and myself. I hold scathing criticisms of the conduct of certain individuals in that turbulent campaign, but today is all about looking forward. But there are lessons to be learned, not only from the 75 referendum, but from the 2004 referendum. We might not be so lucky next time if there is to be a referendum, if the Eurosceptic movement does not act together to speak with one voice. It's now time to build upon the work already done by CIB and begin together a course of action and a series of events in the spirit of Stronger Together to assist the United Kingdom to leave the European Union. Having said that, would you please give a round of applause as I hand you over to our Madam Chairman, Mrs. Katrina Holdsworth.